If Mrs. Roberts, that's me, deposits 25% of $604 into a savings account, what is the amount of her deposit? So, in not so many words, this is just asking what is 25% of 604? Remember to make a percent into a decimal. You move it over 2 decimal places to the left. I remember this as, I call it the Dr. Pepper method, DP. I love Dr. Pepper. From decimal to percent, you move it to the right 2. From percent to decimal, you move it to the left 2. So I'm going to find 25% of multiply 604. Now, if you don't have a calculator, you should be able to multiply this still by hand. You start off with, I like to put the one with the fewer number of digits on the bottom and the one with the more digits on top. And then you start off multiplying by the far right digit. So I'm going to say 5 times 4 is 20, but you're only going to write down one number at a time down here. So 5 times 4 is 20. I'm going to put the 0 here, and the 2, I'm going to carry it not above the 4, but above the 0, because I already multiplied by 4. So now 5 times 0 is 0, and then I'm going to add whatever I carried. So 5 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. Then I'm going to multiply the 5 by this last digit. 5 times 6 is 30. There's nothing else over here, so I can just write down the 30. So I'm done with the 2. I'm done with the 5. And to move on to the next digit, I need to leave myself a little space. So this little X, this black X, is not the letter X. It's just how I space out my numbers. So now I'm going to multiply everything by 2, starting on the right. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 0 is 0, and 2 times 6 is 12. And I can write down 12. I don't have to carry because there's nothing else. So now I'm going to add them. 0, 2 plus 8 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. 3 plus 2 is 5. And 1 plus nothing is 1. But we're almost done because I wanted 25%. So I need to move my decimal place 2 over. So when I move it 2 over, it's 151. And since it's money, just round to 2 decimal places. So $151.00. Let's do a similar problem. If an item with an original price of, this is just some random number, $75.84 is marked down by 25%, what is the final cost? So if something is marked down, well, it starts off at 100%. So I'm going to take away 25%. So I want to find 75% of my $75.84. Remember, I got to make this percent into a decimal by moving it over 2 places. So I'm going to find 0.75 times my decimal. And again, if you don't have a calculator, write the number with the most digits on top, the number with the fewest digits on bottom. It'll just make it easier for you in your multiply. So I'm going to multiply everything first by the far right digit of 5. 5 times 4 is 20. Write down my 0, carry my 2. Make sure you put your 2 in front of the next number you're going to multiply. 5 times 8 is 40, plus what I carried, plus the 2. 40 plus 2 is 42. Write down the 2, carry the 4, and then 5 times 5 is 25, plus what I carried, that's 25 plus 4 is 29. Write down the 9, carry the 2. 5 times 7 is 35, plus 2, 35, 36, 37. There's nothing left, so I can just write down the 37. So I'm done with the 5. I'm going to leave myself a little space. I'm done with everything I carried. And now I'm going to multiply everything by 7. 7 times 4 is 28. Write down the 8, carry the 2. And again, I'm putting the 2 on top of the next number I'm going to multiply by. So 7 times 8 is 56. Plus 2 is 58. Write down the 8, carry the 5. 7 times 5 is 35. Plus 5 is 40. Write down the 0, carry the 4. 7 times 7 is 49. Plus 4 is 53. And I can write them both down because there's nothing left to multiply by. Now I'm going to add these numbers up. 0 plus nothing is 0. 2 plus 8 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10. Plus 8 is 18. Carry the 1. 1 plus 7 plus 0 is 8. Nothing to carry. 3 plus 3 is 6. Nothing to carry. And then 5. Then I got to double check my decimals. So I need to move it over 2 plus another 2. I need to move it over 4. So 2 plus 2. My decimal should be right here between the 6 and the 8. But that's not how money is written. Money is written with only 2 decimal places, so I need to round. Well, this is really convenient. It's $56.88. Hopefully that helped.